Actually, you would have gotten far enough in Berseria to sort of work out where the plot was sort of going, taking down the leader of the church, defeating God, general JRPG stuff.
It's a JRPG. It's like it starts off with "I've stubbed my toe" and ends with "Let's kill God."
Yeah.
I mean, that's how JRPG. Why JRPGs have to end with killing God? Like, and sometimes you play a JRPG, and it's like we've got this problem, and it's like I've got to find some bread, and it's like, oh, in order to find the bread, I must defeat Satan. It's like, whoa, just buy some butter, just go to the shop. No, we will take on the hell itself. It's like, no, stop it, JRPGs. You don't always have to defeat God.
That's why I really enjoy Kingdom Hearts, because it fully embraces that. Like, the first game, you're like, how many times can we say fucking darkness in this game? Oh, okay, we've killed a guy who's trying to, like, take over the door to light. Oh, King Mickey's in the door. Okay, turns out there's 2 Keyblades now. Oh, there's time travel. What? Why is there time travel? Why is the... Okay, so here's this new dude. We don't know who he is. Rocks. Oh, he's actually Sora, but Sora lost his heart. Now he's like Sora's nobody. Oh, okay, now we have the same antagonist as the first game, but now it's the nobody rather than the heartless version. Oh, third game's here. Oh, everyone is the same person. Literally everyone is Xehanort. Xehanort came from the past, he came from the future, he came from, like, taking over someone's body. What is happening? I don't know.
I saw a video that said Kingdom Hearts lore as fast as possible, and it was 2 hours long. I was like, I looked at it, I was like, have I missed it? Is that 2 minutes? I did that thing where I cleaned my glasses and came back to it, and I was like, no, that's a 2-hour video. And like that, I was like, no, that sounds amazing, but I want no part of it.
No, Kingdom Hearts, okay, it's a game where if you don't understand anything that's happening, it's still fun, because the combat is really fun. It's Smash X to win, but it's beautiful combat, and if you play on the harder difficulties, you actually do have to, like, think about what you're doing, but... if you care about the lore, you can get very deep into this game that makes no sense. That Nomura just makes stuff up as he goes. This is what would happen if the Final Fantasy games all connected to each other.
I'd be up for that. I'd be so fucking, like, you know what? I don't know if I said this last time I was on your show, right? But like Final Fantasy has no business being the number one JRPG. The Yeast games are better in every way you can measure, and no one's fucking heard of them. It's like so weird, but they're so good. And it's like, I don't understand. And all the lore kind of connects in ways that make sense, because they're all essentially the premise is that all of the Yeast games are entries in a diary that someone has found. So someone's reading the diary of this ancient hero. So you don't really know when the game's actually set. It's all done, every game is a different flashback, essentially. So they can jump around time and they don't need to explain things, but they can also, if they want, draw in other games without any problems. And that frees them up to do stuff. The Yeast games are so much better than Final Fantasy. On every level of the visuals, obviously, because Final Fantasy games are fucking beautiful. The Yeast games look like they were stood on. So,
Yeah, I'm looking at screenshots right now. It looks like an early PS3 game.
It does. They look awful, but they're great. So, but they haven't got the budget of Final Fantasy.
Yeah, that's fair. But
yeah, get Kingdom Hearts. I'm looking at Kingdom Hearts screenshots, and there's some JRPG folks and Donald Duck.
Yeah,
like, why?
Donald Duck and Goofy are, like, in the main party. And
why?
Because Disney.
Why?
The Disney stuff doesn't matter. It actually literally does not matter to the plot. It's just like, hey, Disney Worlds. Basically, you just go around the universe saving Disney problems. Like, in the first game, you visit Wonderland to go see, it's Alice in Wonderland. Then you go to meet Tarzan. Then you go meet Jack Skellington. Then you go meet. Then you go. Where else do you go? Oh, you go meet Pinocchio. And literally none of the Disney stuff matters. It's the Final Fantasy characters and Nomura's acid trip that is the main story.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, I mean,
okay. You've explained Kingdom Hearts, and I'm more confused than I was before.
No, that's how it feels. Yeah, that's how it feels. The more you know about this game, the less it makes sense.
I'm a Kingdom Hearts. Also, on one of the screenshots, Daffy Duck is a blue Cyclops.
You mean Donald Duck?
I don't know the duck. I don't know the duck.
Yeah, in the third game, you go to the Monsters Inc. world.
Right. Of course. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I also feel like I just got a little bit of shade thrown for not knowing my ducks, which is I don't know how to deal with that.
But no, so Yeah, Kingdom Hearts. Okay, I'll explain one part of Kingdom Hearts that just makes the game just nonsense. So there was a game called Dream Drop Distance, which was sort of.
I need to get my notepad. Sorry.
Oh, so this game was sort of important because the main character and his best friend, they were like trained to become the new Keyblade Masters.
What's the Keyblade Master?
The Keyblade is like the main important weapon. Like all the important people have Keyblades. It's a key on a sword. That's all you need to know about a Keyblade. It unlocks things.
This is how my mom feels when I talk about Star Trek, isn't it?
I think so.
Okay.
Anyway, yes, Keyblades. And you go to the sleeping worlds, which are like the regular worlds, but they've been like absorbed by the darkness. Just accept the darkness is just like the blanket term for everything bad. So you go to these things, you do things in worlds, you leave, you become a Keyblade Master or you don't become a Keyblade Master. All that stuff happens. But this game wasn't like super important to the plot until a mobile game came out called Kingdom Hearts Union Cross. Now, when Union Cross finished, it turns out that all of like the enemies in the sleeping worlds were actually like the people from the past, like, and they've been sent to sleep in the sleeping world so they can, like, I don't know, fight in a future Keyblade War or something. So throughout that entire game, basically you're just murdering children, and you're like super happy about it because Tetsuya Nomura. Kingdom Hearts.
Okay.
As I said, this is what would happen if Nomura was allowed to make all the Final Fantasy games connect to each other.
I think at some point my brain stopped being able to process anything you was talking about. Then I just was like, nope, I literally can't do it.
Yeah, you don't want me to start explaining a Xehanort and what Norting means then.
I'm enjoying that you follow this. That you're actually like you're on board with the lore of this. I'm enjoying that. You're fired up as fuck. It makes me curious. They're not out on the Switch though, are they? I can't get these games on the Switch, can I?
No, this actually pissed me off. There is a PC release, and it uses really shitty DRM, and you can't run it on Linux.
Is it not on?
It's on the Epic Store.
Is it not on GeForce Now?
Maybe, I don't know.
I'm gonna check. I'm gonna go to GeForce Now right now and type in Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom.
I wanted to play it on Linux, but the DRM, yeah, it's just a mess.
Okay, it's not on GeForce Now.
Maybe one day.